Daniel Tompkins is an award-winning vocalist, well known for being a part of such acts as Tesseract, Skyharbor, White Moth, Black Butterfly and ZETA. And on 31st of May, he dropped his first solo effort, Castles. The album was written and engineered by Tompkins alongside US producer Eddie Head. The vocals were recorded at Celestial Sound Studios in UK and instrumentals at the Color and Sound Studios in the United States. The mastering of the album was done at 4D Sounds by Daniel's bandmate from Tesseract, Kahney. Apparently it had to be done twice. As a result, the overall production is that of high standard. The album consists of 13 tracks, 6 of which are alternative versions that feature special guests: Acle Kahney, Grammy-nominated Randy Slough, Paul Ortiz, and producer Dmitry Stepanov. First 7 tracks are the original Daniel Tompkins versions. I believe Tompkins made an effort to have a conceptual album, not just visually, but lyrically as well. This especially comes through in tracks Saved, Castles, Cinders and Black the Sun, with the best lyrics being in the third verse of Saved, which is also the opener of the album that sets this hauntingly beautiful and emotional tone for the entire LP. Castles is about 60% electronic based, with live instruments blending in seamlessly. Black the Sun and Cinders display Dan's vocal range, and his background in atmospheric progressive rock also comes through in these tracks. Though generally on this album it seems that Dan has made a conscious choice to be somewhat minimalistic with his vocal delivery, by doing what serves music best, instead of indulging himself into his considerably wide arsenal of technique and singing skills. Song Castles has the most hopeful atmosphere on the album, with some of the strongest lyrics in its chorus. Kiss is the most passionate and haunting track that is also one of my favorites. Glitch effects on this effort make it stand out. Limitless is one of the darker tracks on the album, with Dan's voice being quite monotonous, almost robotic in the verses, but it dynamically livens up in the chorus. With Telegraph, we are back into a more relaxed space that is dominated by what seems to sound like double bass, which is later joined by a violin in unison with Dan's voice, which is a standout moment of this track. The 6 tracks remaining are the reworked versions of originals. In many ways this is a risky move, but also an interesting one, since 2 of these remixes were chosen to be accompanied by music videos. Tompkins traveled to the US to shoot the Limitless clip with directors Stephen Cleveland and Kyle Caddo, with both of whom Daniel has previously worked. Dan finds this video a big achievement in his career, because he had a chance to film outside of UK for the first time, and an entire week has been dedicated to the shooting of this clip, which in his experience was usually impossible due to the budget and time limitations. The song itself has that 80s electronic feel to it, with some excellent live instruments combined. Instrumental is beautifully done, complemented with light as a feather, yet emotional vocal delivery by Tompkins. Worth mentioning how different this remix sounds in comparison to the original. Vocals sound almost like they were re-recorded specifically for this remix. Props to Dmitry Stepanov for production on this track. Though I really enjoyed the clip for Limitless, I initially did not like the song itself, but it grew on me and is definitely a standout on the album, and is now one of my favorites. It also flows well within the album, following Black the Sun, a reworked version by producer Eddie Head, which is a worthy attempt with addition of a sitar that gives this song a unique character, though the chorus does not flow as naturally as it does in the original. Saved featuring Acle Kahney is a song that was as well accompanied by a music video, and for a good reason. The track was wonderfully revisioned and restructured to a less predictable effort, with addition of Kahney's simplistic yet signature guitar playing style. 2 remix versions of Kiss and Saved by Randy Slough and the remix of Saved by Paul Ortiz are the weak points of this album, offering what I see as dance remixes, done for fun. Especially the remix of Kiss by Randy Slough, that to me is out of place on this album. Though it is interesting to hear different interpretations of a song, I think it is a dangerous experiment to have 4 versions of one song on the same album. Overall, it is a worthy attempt from Daniel Tompkins and a good starting point to his solo career. I rate it at 8 out of 10. If you like dark pop, trip hop or atmospheric rock, this album might be of interest to you, in which case you should definitely buy Castles. If you want to see other videos related to Daniel Tompkins, you can click a link somewhere on the display or in the description. As usual, comment, like, subscribe and ring that bell while you're at it. Thank you and goodbye.